I just discovered that there is a YouTube community called Booktube, and I decided that I want to be part of it. So this is my Booktube Newbie video. Hi! So there are 10 questions you're supposed to, answer for your newbie video, and so that's what this video is. First question. Why did you start this channel? I originally started this channel not as specifically a book channel. It's not going to be specifically a book channel. I have done 2 book reviews, if I remember correctly. I did Choreography by Corey Feldman and Listen to the Squawking Chicken by Lainey Louie from The Social and LaineyGossip.ca. So you can find those on my site. Yeah, this site is basically, or this channel is basically me talking about things that I find are interesting. Current events, books, movies, all sorts of things. It's a variety of things. And yeah, basically they're just my opinions on a lot of topics, and I just felt I had a lot to say, and this seemed like a really good way of getting that out there. Question number 2. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? I'm funny, and I'm very honest. So if I don't like something, or if I do like something, I'm going to be very, very honest about it. And I like to look at things in a very rounded way. So I read a lot of books that people with my views look at me like I'm insane, like Phyllis Schlafly books, or things like I read recently False Choices about Hillary Clinton, and it's written by an anti-Hillary group. So things like that. I like to see both sides of things. So and I like to play devil's advocate. So I think that's something that I have a unique talent for. What am I most excited for about this channel? Well, getting to connect with other bookies is very exciting. I actually, starting next week, I start a job at Chapters Indigo, so I'm very excited about that for the same reason that I get to connect with other book lovers and discuss books, and maybe learn about some books that I had no idea existed, and get other people's opinions and views and interests, and just grow my horizons, I suppose. So, question number 4. Why do I love reading? I love this question because it's like, if you love reading, you know why, right? Like, it seems to be something we all understand. You get to be different people, and you get to see different worlds in your head, and you get to, and as much as things are written down on paper saying, this person looks like this, we fill in a lot of the blanks. So it's a unique experience for everybody, which is why I think a lot of times when, they make a movie, people are like, that's not what they look like. But for some people, it's like, they're perfect. It's because there's so much about the story that we just kind of fill in for ourselves, and so it's a unique experience for everybody. So yeah, and I've always been really good at sitting quietly and things like that. So it's just something that I've always enjoyed doing, and I still, when I get a chance to read, I do. Question number 5. What book series got you into reading? That would be Ramona the Brave, Ramona the Pest, Ramona and her mother, Ramona and her father. I remember there was a scene in one of the books where her parents were fighting, and they were making breakfast. I believe it was like Saturday or Sunday morning, and her mom tried to serve them pancakes, and her dad took the spatula and cut the pancake in half, showing that it was still raw in the center. And every time I make pancakes, I think of that scene. And, you know, it's just, you know, and that's really telling. I think for a lot of book readers, there's points in books that really kind of ingrain themselves in you and become part of you. And I think that's what's so great about book series like Harry Potter, where it's beloved by so many people. You know, it's rare to find somebody who's like, yeah, I read the first Harry Potter book. And, you know, those people are very, very rare. And, you know, with the massive world that she created, it just brings us all so close together, because we all experience those moments where it's like, you know, these little moments that stick with you. But yeah, like that was a moment that always stuck with me from this book series, which was the first book series I ever read. And I remember when I found out that it was a series, I was so excited, because I loved the characters so much, and I loved the world that had been created, that I couldn't wait for more. So I love book series. They're awesome. Let's see. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I honestly don't know. It's kind of like when you get to the end of a job interview and they're like, oh, do you have any questions for us? Even though I've already Googled on the way to the job interview questions to ask at the end of a job interview, no, I never have questions right away. So we'll come back to that question sometime, and we'll look at it again. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I'm not sure. Maybe making my videos too long, or getting off topic and rambling, or I'm very excitable. That might be a problem. I get really excited about things and I tend to ramble. Probably going to be the hardest part is just keeping myself focused like a laser. When did I start reading? I can't even remember. I knew I could read before I started school. One of the first books I remember reading is Monster at the End of This Book, which I actually bought a copy a few years ago because I found it somewhere, and I'm like, I must have this book. And yeah, so I've been reading forever. I grew up in a household full of books. My grandmother loved Westerns, and my mother loved sci-fi fantasy. So we had like every Louis L'Amour and every Dragonlance book. And yeah, so there was just always books. So it was just something we'd always, and there were always magazines and tabloids and all sorts of stuff. So like there was always reading material. It was always something that was going on in my house was people were reading. So sorry, I have the questions on my phone here and it just slid down, so you'll have to excuse me. Where do I read? Anywhere I can. We have a love seat in the living room. That's where I spend a lot of time reading, or in the bedroom. I usually have a couple books on the go at any given time, so I'll have one in the bedroom, and that's what I read before I go to bed, and I'll have couple in the living room, depending on how I feel like reading. So it all depends. And a lot of times I'll have one that's like really portable in case, because I don't drive, so if I have to bus somewhere, I have to have something that's, you know, portable so I can take it with me. What kind of books do I like to read? I really don't have a genre preference, in all honesty, as long as a book is well written. That's what's important to me. But if I had to pick a genre, I hate that it's called paranormal romance. Some of my favorite authors, like Kelly Armstrong or Charlaine Harris, would be considered paranormal romance. But they're not romance novels, and that's what kind of bothers me about the whole paranormal romance bullshit thing, because it's not romance. Can we stop calling it that? So I like paranormal stuff, mysteries, suspense, like cop ones, like Kathy Reichs and Patricia Cornwall and things like that. So I have a wide variety, and I love nonfiction too. Like I love stuff about politics and environmental issues and feminism and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really have a set kind of book. that I like to read. It's just whatever floats my boat and tickles my fancy at the time. So yeah, those are all the questions. I hope I answered them adequately. Yeah, so I really look forward to becoming part of this booktube community, and it sounds like a whole lot of fun. Yeah, so feel free to like, share, do whatever it is we do with these videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I had to think about that. At Himtaro Girl. And until next time.